Hi guys, how's it going? It's Matty Raymond here. Welcome to my review on the new Fantastic Four reboot. Now this will be a spoiler review, so be warned. And also this is just my opinion and my review on the film. There's a bunch of mixed reviews out there for the film. So, I guess to make your own mind up, you have to go watch it. But this is just my review, my opinion. So let's get it. So straight off the bat, I just want to say that there's no mid or end credits scene, which is a bit shitty. For those that sit there and expect this from Marvel, but it is what it is. There's also no Stan Lee cameo, which is also a bit crap. I was a bit surprised to see him or not see him in it, which was a bit of a letdown. I think that's become such a big part of the Marvel movies now that it's a surprise not to see it. But it is what it is. So that is two problems that I found with the movie. A bit disappointing, but let's get into the actual movie. So I heard all of the poor reviews and stuff, but seriously, it's not as bad as what everyone says it is. Sure, it's slow to get into, and it's a bit stupid in points like when Reed Richards becomes friends with Ben Grimm, and Ben, explains to Reed that he's using the screwdriver incorrectly and using the wrong screwdriver, which is kind of hard to believe considering that he's just built a teleportation device. But whatever, we'll let it slide. And there was a couple of problems for me, and one of them was that it was hard to see relationships. I liked the relationship between Ben and Reed and Victor even. I liked the way he was portrayed, but I didn't really see a relationship between Sue and Reed, And considering that's one of the biggest, relationships in the whole Fantastic Four comics, it was quite surprising to see that they didn't capitalize on that quite as much like in the first films. So those were just a few little problems that I had with the movie. I definitely don't think it's as bad as what everyone says it is. I would definitely say it's worth a watch just for you to make your mind up about it. I can understand why some people might not like it because as hardcore comic book fans, I think you kind of have to go in with the mentality of shut your comic brain off, you know what I mean? And then just go and watch it and try to enjoy it. Yes, it's slow starting, but it is entertaining when you think about it. And, obviously if you're not thinking about it, if you're not like trying to relate it to the comics, then you should enjoy it. Because in fairness, it doesn't keep much to the comics, but, from a normal person, like a normal person's point of view, that probably wouldn't matter. But for people like us, big comic fans, we notice these things, But the film sees, Reed Richards as a child building a teleportation device and then growing up 7 years later after he met Ben Grimm and showing his invention at a science convention, which he ends up getting disqualified for. And then, Franklin Storm comes along at the convention and hires him to join some minds of the best, the best young minds in the world, and he invites him to join them in the Baxter Building underneath in the Baxter Foundation, which basically houses the super clever kids and gives them a place to work and invent. And this leads to Reed teaming up with Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, and Victor Von Doom, and it leads to a very good working relationship. Although there is a bit of tension between Reed and Victor, but as they get closer to their final product, you get to see them more, connecting to each other and having a bit of a laugh on, you know what I mean? And that's important for me personally because I like Von Doom and Reed's relationship. And I do think this is important because Reed and Victor's relationship is kind of one of the most important ones for me personally because, they kind of have this jealousy over Sue, but then at the same time, they kind of have this like collective brilliance where they understand the genius of one another, Of course, it turns sour as soon as Victor goes into Mr. Doom, or Doctor Doom, sorry. But, I do think it's a good relationship, and I do like the way it's portrayed in this movie, definitely. So, when they build this machine, they go into this other dimension, and they enter it, and, it's Victor, Reed, Johnny, and Ben. And, they do it when they're drunk, which a lot of people were upset about. It is a bit stupid, but it wasn't one of the big problems. It wasn't a big problem at all for me. Okay, it was a bit stupid, but it was what it was. Wasn't the worst thing in the world. And Tim Blake Nelson has the role as Dr. Allen, who, like, for those that don't know, Tim Blake Nelson also played Samuel Stern, or slash the leader in The Incredible Hulk. So for anybody who was hoping to see the leader, or Samuel Stearns in future films, you might be out of luck on that one. Because it did tease it at the end, when he had that bit of Banner's blood and his head, like deforming his head. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but I'm not too sure. But maybe they might just try and forget about this film, even though it wasn't that bad. But anyway, as the four men enter this new dimension, Victor's in awe of it all, while the rest of them are a bit scared of what they might find. But there's a kind of a radioactive energy substance which Victor gets close to and ends up surrounding out, and Victor falling into it fully and turning him into the Doom because of his that fused to his body. And I do like the way Doom portrayed in the film. I do like it a lot. And the question is he dead? Probably not, But this leads to the Fantastic Four. They're all getting their own powers. Sue gets hit by the blast when they return home and gets the invisible power. You got Ben as the Thing, Mr. Fantastic, and you get the other side, Johnny Storm. Now, fast forward, they're all getting worked on and experimented on by the government, and Reed manages to escape and tells everyone that they'll be back, but he's gone for a year, and everyone thinks he's been betrayed while the Thing's been used for military purposes and alongside Johnny Storm. And Reed comes back, or gets found, thanks to Sue Storm's help, and he gets found and he comes back and he helps them build this new suit, or this new interdimensional machine that sends 4 new guys into it, where they find Doom. Now Doom's been living there for a while, and he comes out and he pretends that he's hurt and asks them to help him, so they all take him back to the Earth. So fast forward, Doom pretty much kills everyone in this government facility, including Franklin Storm, who's the father of Johnny and Sue, and then he returns to what he calls his world, which is the other interdimensional world, which apparently has kept him alive. Doom's super powerful, and he tries to destroy Earth because he thinks that Earth is going to try and use this new planet and destroy it, just like they've destroyed this world, Earth. So, fast forward, skip over it. They all go into the interdimensional world looking for Doom. They find him and eventually they beat him. So, all in all, the new Fantastic Four film could be better. I do, despite contrary beliefs about the first initial Fantastic Four film with Jessica Alba. I do quite like that one. It's just the Rise of the Silver Surfer that I didn't really like. But this Fantastic Four reboot is not as bad as what everyone says it is. On a scale of out of 10, for me personally, I'd probably give it about a 6, maybe a 7. But it's definitely worth a watch. Go watch it. Go make your mind up. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. P.S. I apologise for skipping over so much, in the film. I just wanted to give you a brief summary of what the film was about, plot-wise, and I'm just trying to encourage you to go watch the film, because a lot of people out there are saying it's bad, it's poor film, all that type of stuff. But seriously, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as what people say it is. So please go give it a watch, and please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at HeelRaymond. That's HeelRaymond. Thank you.